Hey, what's up guys, Captain Jack here, and we are back with more ATS. One thing I must say very quickly at the start. I have already recorded this episode once, but didn't have any sound, because stupid me, when installing all of the NVIDIA drivers and Shadowplay and all that stuff, forgot to set Shadowplay up to record audio, like a moron. So, I did this. I did ETS2, which is coming back later today, woohoo! And I did the beginning of another project, which you will be seeing very soon. But that didn't really matter because it ended up not coming out the way I wanted it to, so I deleted it all and I was going to redo it again anyway. But yeah, so I have to re-record this and re-record ETS. Unfortunately, my progress is saved. I saved at the end of every game session I play, so I can't go back. So all you missed was me going, and if I can, where's the map? There's the map. That's very loud. Wow. I went from, I believe I was in Calgary, wasn't it? Yeah, I was in Calgary. I went up to Edmonton. I took this big trailer, a massive box trailer thing that had 4 wheels on the back. I took a screenshot, which I can put on the screen now. And yeah, that's what I took. And that was fun. Nothing major happened. You didn't miss out on anything too much. I also chatted about the future of the channel. I covered some stuff that I already covered in Monday's Minecraft episode, but I was going to sort of talk about it more properly here. Unfortunately, that's all gone. So I will be talking about it again if I can remember everything I wanted to talk about. The only other thing was, yes, ETS2 is making its comeback today, later on, in a few hours. So woohoo, yes on that, yay. And yeah, let's go from there then. So literally I paid like a loan back, which was because one of the things I talked about was I'm going to try and get some of these loans paid off and then take the big loan again to then buy, extend my building and get some truckers and some trucks. That's the plan. Which means in the meantime it's going to be a bit of a grind, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for some more and interesting mods to keep it interesting while I grind to make the cash that I need to make it more interesting. And then I'll buy a W900 and that will be our truck. That'll be our baby. But yeah, so I paid back one of these. I had 2 of these 10 grand loans. I paid back the other one. And then that cost me about 9 grand. Then I had a loan payment that came out. That was about, I don't know how much that was, like 10 grand, something like that. And then I made 7 grand from the journey. So kind of on a minus, but you know, I'm making enough money for now. And once we get more drivers and more garages and stuff, we'll make tons. Anyway, I digress. Let's get onto the job market and see what we can find. Hopefully this isn't too loud. I've been messing with the audio settings because I thought everything had gone wrong. So I'm not quite sure how it's all set up now. So what have we got? We want to do journeys that are not too far. I can cut them down, that's fine. But not too far because we don't want ridiculously long episodes. The one I had previously recorded was about half an hour because this is my welcome back week. So I'm doing some longer, more in-depth episodes just to welcome back. So I can go back to Calgary. I don't really want to do that. I don't want to go to Kamloops. Kamloops. Calgary, and Kamloops. Well, as you guys haven't actually seen the drive to Calgary, I could just go back there and then maybe I'll get something going somewhere else. We could take an empty trailer. That would be fun, I guess. We could take Dunkin' Donuts. We could go tableware with a Walmart trailer. Weird. And then we've got, I'm guessing Generator Thunder Tournament is Generator Fundament is a generator. That cabin goes to Kamloops, that goes to Kamloops. Okay, so we can take this generator. We did already do one of these style trailers. I do need to get some more mods. We can take this little half-assed trailer here. Or we could take Dunkin' Donuts. I think it's going to have to be Dunkin' Donuts. We've seen it on the road a few times, but we haven't taken it ourselves yet. So I think it's going to have to be Dunkin' Donuts. Donuts, 15 tons. Wow. 15 tons of donuts. Oh, that'd be heaven, right? So let's get around there and get set up. Look at the truck. Yeah, this is where we did our drop off at the end, and that is quite loud. I don't want it to overpower me. So it's like in cab. That feels about right. Hopefully it's all good for you and the audio mix is correct. One of the things I had said previously was I haven't actually set up all my audio properly yet. Because I might turn it down just a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's okay. Basically, I've just built the new gaming rig and the streaming rig. I haven't wired them up together yet. I'm still only using the gaming computer for now. Because I don't have all the wires I need, basically. So I haven't set them up together yet. So I'm currently just using the gaming rig. I will get all those wires and it will all be set up together, and then I'll be sort of doing a record and capture thing. It's complicated. But there will basically be a whole new thing. But for now, it's just it'll set up as it was, basically. So, but hopefully it all sounds good. I streamed on Monday last week, not this week, just as sort of like a comeback and a bit of a test. Didn't go absolutely well. Played Sherlock and that crashed. I do have that back to where it needs to be now, but it's all good because it didn't save any of my progress. There was some background noise, like a kind of, I wouldn't call it a rattling as such, but like a weird distortion in the background noise and the camera. I was advised that it was just OBS being OBS, but just to make sure, I'm hoping that there's no weird background noise on this, because I think some of it could be my fans. This new rig, to keep it extra cool, it has 5 fans. Yeah, 5 fans. 3 out, 2 in. So, and I've had to hardwire them because of a problem which I will sort of cover in my PC build video, which is coming soon. I had to hardwire them in. There was a lot of problems during the build process. OS problems with some wiring. I didn't have the correct connectors because stupid me didn't actually sit there and go through all of my equipment first to make sure I had everything I needed. I literally ordered it all, it came, and then I built it. I didn't even think to look at connectors and equipment and to make sure that I had everything I needed. Like an idiot. I don't know why. It's usually the first thing I do. I didn't this time. I don't know why. I guess I was kind of frustrated because of all the overheating problems, so I didn't even think about checking. So yeah, I had lots of problems. But anyway, the fans are hardwired in for now. I will be changing that soon. So they're on full constantly. So I figured that could be some of what was making the noise. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Edmonton is, of course, themed after Vegas. Because in Mexican, they've basically just taken other cities and replaced them in new places. Cheeky, but I guess it works. But yeah, so it's all good. Other thing, yeah, and while I'm on that subject, quickly about the PC build video, because of the problems I had, I recorded all the build, but I didn't. After that, I was trying to sort so much stuff out, trying to figure out some of the problems that was happening, and there was a problem with the OS, as I said. So I didn't record me like adding any of the systems or operating system, any of that, because I was just frustratedly trying to get it done. So what I'm going to do instead, because I forgot to do all that, helps if you're in the right gear, is I'm going to do like just an overview of the finished project, show you around the new PC and show you how I've got it all set up. Where is it? Is it in here? I think it's in here. And then Yeah, just show you like the finished product basically. And yeah, and have that as the end of the video. Is it this one? Why has that not got the GPS destination in it? Was it from Walmart? That's 18 tons of iced beverages. It's not that one. Okay, this must be the wrong place. Must be the next one down. The thing's gone though. Stop there, white truck. I don't know why I'd be taking it from direct hire. Oh, that's an agency. What the hell's going on here? Hang on a minute. So I'll just quickly look at the job market. I guess it ran out. Iced beverages. Yeah, it must have run out. So we're taking 18 tons of iced beverages now. And that is still to Calgary, yeah. Weird. Very weird. Anyway, there you go. What was I saying? I don't remember. Oh my god, really? You couldn't see me reversing? Are you stupid? Moron. Well, go on then. Jesus. Wow, that's a lot of wood. Can't remember what I was saying now. Oh yeah, so the PC build video, I'll set up an ending for it. I'll finish that off, get it edited and get it out. I don't know when though. It definitely will come out. I just don't know when. As for the PC, and this is one of the subjects I talked about when I first recorded this. As for the PC, the only sort of plans I have now, that it's in its finished state, as finished as I originally planned for it to be. One thing I am planning to do now though, because I have the extra space now, is to get some more RAM. Just another 16 to put it up to 32. That will help a lot when I'm rendering out videos. That is a definite, but there is no time frame on it. It's a definite, but it's not a priority. So there's no time frame on it just yet. We won't be able to do that soon. Oops. Yeah, so that's a definite but not a priority, so I don't have a time frame for that yet, but it's kind of soon. As for the other ideas, plans I have, there's two other things that I kind of have planned for the future. One is water cooling for the CPU. Just getting like an HATI or something like that. That is... Oh, stop, dude. Jesus. That is sort of semi-definite. It's not absolutely definite. It's semi-definite. Oh, please miss. I don't know if there's lights here, but I'm going. Yeah, that's semi-definite. But again, there is no time frame. That could happen anytime. And probably will be some time off. Only other thing was another graphics card. I was thinking about getting another 970 GTX, exactly the same as what I've got now, and SLIing. That again, that's going to be very pricey. The CPU water cooling is sort of semi-definite with no time frame. That's just a maybe, just a possibly. That's not even slightly definite. That's if I have the money for it spare, and if I have the time to do it, then I might do it. And that the time frame on that is possibly never. They're the only other three things. I mean, other than that, there's things like I wouldn't mind getting a modular power supply for it, just to route power cabling easier. And then I don't know, just little touch-up sort of things. Maybe getting an i7 one day, but that kind of thing, that's not even on my radar yet. And that kind of thing I may even just leave until I do another build at some point in the future when I build my next PC. Because I have no plans anytime soon to go up to the next architecture of graphics card or CPU. Still on the 1150 socket for CPU. And that's where I plan on staying for a while. Because what I have is absolutely perfect for now. It suits my needs fine. Maybe when I build another rig again in the future, if I do, well I probably will, but just for in a long time. Probably like 3 or 4 years maybe. So when I come around to building another one, then maybe I'll go with the latest architecture and all the latest this and that. We'll just have to see what happens. But it's not even on my radar just yet. I have no plans for anything like that now. As for the other 3 things, we'll see what happens with them. Come on, dude. Don't keep breaking in front of me. I hate people that do that to truckers. So that's the PC talked about. Other stuff was more channel related stuff. As you probably all know now, my YouTube channel has a new heading bar, or banner I guess you'd call it, that has my schedule in it. I did it myself, as you can probably tell, because it's quite dodgy looking. But yes, that is the schedule that I was running on before. Now, depending on how this week goes, because I'm going to be trying out some new series. Oh, just going to sneak in this lane. I'm going to be trying out some new series, and I'm going to be trying out some new stuff. I may add some new things to my schedule. I may take some things away. I may change it up completely. So that is subject to change. This week, my comeback week, is just absolutely full of videos. It's going to be chock-a-block. It's going to be video galore as kind of a comeback for being away for 2 weeks. So, as it stands, this week, maybe next week, are going to be a bit mad. The week after that, I should be back to a schedule, and once I know what that schedule is going to be, I will update that title banner thing so that it reflects the new schedule. Also, part of the reason I did that banner thing was my rebranding, which is kind of a process at the moment. So I've got my new channel logo, as you guys all know, which is also a watermark that's on all my videos, and same thing on my streams. So that's my new logo, and that was done professionally, as you can tell, because it looks good. So that's my new logo. I've changed my name on YouTube to, I've removed the Mr. So it's no longer Mr. Captain Jack 1988. It is just Captain Jack 1988. So that's all part of the rebrand. And I'm waiting to hear back about some information. But when I know, there will be kind of a next step to the rebrand, which I'm keeping secret for now. Keeping it under my hat. But, you know, as soon as I know, I'll let you guys know. I'll probably tweet about it and then mention it in a video. I was thinking about doing like some kind of vlog video. I don't really like showing my face on camera at the moment, which I know, like, I'm of the realms of thought that you don't do a camera for YouTube, but one for Twitch is for streaming is fine. Because doing one on channels just seems a bit stupid. And I'm sorry if that offends other YouTubers, but it does. You know, I don't want to see your face while you're playing a game. Maybe when you're streaming, because that's the reaction that's happening right now, live. But when it's pre-recorded video, you know, you could have filmed that whole camera section afterwards. You could have watched all your finished edited footage back, done all your reactions there, and, you know, it could just be completely fake. So no. You know, plus it's just very like, oh, look at me, I'm on camera, look at my face, all I care about is being famous and everyone recognizing me. I don't need you guys to recognize my face. I don't want that. I'm not doing this for fame. So it just seems a little bit pretentious. So I'm not doing it. Maybe one day on Twitch, but certainly not on YouTube. But as for video logs, or vlogs, I'm thinking about doing some, because I normally do all my sort of channel updates and general chats while I'm doing ATS, and probably ETS too, now that's coming back. But sometimes there may be stuff happening in gameplay, or the video is long enough for me to be able to talk about things I need to talk about. Especially as I'm going to have to start cutting them down soon, so they're a better length. So it's might be more plausible for me to do like a vlog type thing. But what I'll have to do is find something interesting to have on in the background while I talk, because there's no point just having a black screen if I'm not going to put my face on camera. I do have some ideas about what I could use to do it with, but that's a maybe currently, as I'm not entirely sure about that. We'll see what happens. But yeah, the whole idea is see what happens right now, as I'm not entirely convinced it's a good idea. But you know, for now, the channel updates and these little chats will happen during ATS and ETS 2, which is fine. But yeah, other than that, there's probably more channel info to come soon, as part of the rest of the rebrand. And then that should be the rebrand done, and I'll be set in my ways, hopefully, at least for a while. And then there's going back to sort of PC stuff again. I'm trying to make this week kind of special because I haven't been on for 2 weeks. The PC was working last week. Well, what will be last week if you're watching this on the day it comes out. But as I said, because I did a stream on Monday as like a test. But I literally just finished building it on the Sunday. I spent 3 days building the PC. The first day was building it. The second day was trying to get my head around a load of issues that had happened and getting the OS sorted out. And then the third day was and then installing programs on the second day. And then the third day was finishing off the programs and installing all my games and trying to get all my settings right. And I'm even still setting some stuff up now, to the point like where Shadowplay wasn't set up properly, because there's things I keep forgetting. So yeah, so I basically finished up on Sunday. By that point it was so late there was no way I could get any kind of recording done. I still had to transfer over my game saves, which I hadn't even done, which I have done now, by the way, because, as you can tell, because I didn't want to start again from scratch. That would be so annoying. So, especially for all my games at the same time, no. So I had transferred all my save games, all my mods, backup files, everything I'd need to go for it again. That took some time, as you can imagine. Luckily, I've got a 2 terabyte memory stick, just a little thing. It's pretty cool, actually. I ordered it from China. It took about 3 months to arrive. And you know, when you order something from China and it says it's one size, you put it in and you check it, and it's usually a different size. I was expecting it to be like 2 megabytes or something, but it is turned up and it's actually 2 terabytes, and it's made of this stainless steel heavy-duty material. It's really cool. So I'm glad I went for that, and it was like £7 plus £3 postage and packaging. So I've got a 2 terabyte stick for a tenner. Freaking awesome, I know. So hello copper. So yeah, so I used that, so it wasn't too bad. Managed to get it all on there and do it all in one go, but it still took some time. So yeah, so all that was done like Sunday evening, Monday morning. I didn't have time to quickly chuck a video together on Monday, edit it and throw it out. And it would have been rushed, it would have come across as being rushed, and that would have made it rubbish. So I thought to myself, you know what? I'll take this second week of doing nothing, and I'll go nuts. I'll make loads of videos, because then that way, when I come back, I'll have tons of stuff for you. I can make a really cool kind of comeback week, which is what I'm doing. And that'll be brilliant for you guys. And it'll be a way of me thanking you guys for hanging around and waiting for 2 weeks. So that's exactly what I've done. I've made loads of videos, done so much recording and editing this week that I'm on now, so that this week that you, as in today, the day of release for this video, the week you're watching, you guys would have an absolute ton of videos. Plus some of these new series that I'm trying out and stuff like that. So, yeah, I thought that'd be really awesome. And I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And we're coming up on our destination now, and I think that was the only thing else I had to talk about. I think. I do not remember. One thing I will say, while this game is going to be a bit of a grind for the next few videos, I will try and find some more interesting trailers and other mods just to keep us going. I need to update Mexiscan and Coast to Coast because they may be broken, or well, no, not broken currently, but they may break soon. And I don't think they're the latest version, because the latest version they kind of rely on each other a bit more. I think they actually depend on each other. Let's go with hard parking as always, and I'm going to cover some stuff about Arizona and these map mods and trailer mods in a minute. I'm just going to get this trailer parked. Lovely iced beverages. What building are we at, actually? Now, have I given myself enough space against that wall? Oh, it's tight. Nope, don't turn in just yet. Come on. That's it. Bit too far over. Will it take it? Oh, it will. Absolutely beautiful. Love it. What a park. Look at that. So we got $3,600, 294 XP. We are level 5. I got close to level 5 in the last one that you guys haven't been able to see, unfortunately. So we are now, in fact, level 5. So we can do some more long distance, as we've got so much space to deliver. It's usually good for money. Or we can do high value. I think I'll go with high value. High value is going to give us some expensive loads. So we'll actually get more money for less distance. And you get a bigger reward as well. So it's all good. So let's apply that. Let's quickly get out of here. Oh, helps if you take the parking brake off. Let's see now. We've got a rest area on our left, I believe that is. Now, when I start making some more cash, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start actually, when I go into these towns, because I do need to start actually doing a bit more discovery when I'm in these towns. I know that. I keep forgetting. I should take routes that actually make me discover things. But I'm going to start like buying up garages and things now and then when I go to like an important city where I think I want to set another one up. But that's when I start making more cash. It won't be anytime soon, unfortunately. But yeah, that's kind of a plan. Might just pull up here. And go into this view. Put our air brake on. That's neutral. And engine off. Lights off. Right. Let's oh, I didn't do a screenshot. That's a problem. Oh, it's fine. I'll get one from the recording. It's fine. Right, save that, just in case anything bad happens. So basically, what I was going to talk about, if I go to world map. So, Arizona. Oops. Don't want that. Don't want that. Arizona. This area down here. This is now... It's not been released yet. I don't know about... As in, like, I don't know if it's been released today, as in the day this video releases. But today, the day I'm recording, it hasn't been released. But at the weekend, as in the weekend just gone for me. God, that's getting confusing. At my last weekend, I have seen a great deal of Arizona, as a friend of mine had access to it, and he was playing it. So I've seen, you know, how it looks, what it looks like, what the roads look like, just quite a lot of it. And I've got to tell you, it looks awesome. I'm not going to talk about it, I don't want to give it away, I don't want to spill the beans too much, because it's incredible, you want to see it for yourself. All I will say is some people have been moaning about it, saying, oh, we've been waiting months and months for this, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, what they've done is SCS have made like all new prefabs to put in the map. Some of them were designed because they wanted to have that one prefab just in one place on the map. So they've gone to the trouble of making tons of new elements and assets to put into the map. Some of them only to be used in one place. Because they've got this new idea where they're trying to make the maps look more realistic instead of just having, your typical background scenery. So there'll be junctions and overpasses and things that really are in Arizona that they've put in their own version. Obviously, it's all scaled down and stuff, so not everything's going to be there and not everything's going to be in exactly the right place. But they've tried to put in as many memorable landmarks as they can, like the Grand Canyon, and they've had to completely mess with the entire view distance scaling thing so they could get the Grand Canyon in and make it look good, because otherwise it would be tiny and it would look stupid. I'm not going to say anything about that. Go and see it for yourself when it releases. But, what they've had to do is a lot of work. They've also had to, I think, if I remember rightly from reading the SES blog, they had to completely rebuild the editor thing they used to actually build the map with, their map creation tool. I think they had to rebuild that, and then they all had to learn how to use it again and learn how to use all these new prefabs and elements and assets and stuff. So they've put a lot of work into making just Arizona. It's incredible. That's why it's taken so long. And at the end of the day, you're getting it for free. This is something that's probably cost them millions to make, not just in man hours and wages, but also in software and development time and all that kind of stuff. It's cost them probably millions to make, and you're getting it for free. So let's complain less, eh? I know you're probably going to turn around and say, oh, SES fanboy defending SES, but it's true. And it winds me up when people bitch and moan about something they don't know about. You've got no clue what went into making it, so you don't have an opinion. You don't have the right to say anything unless you know. That's all I'm saying. Have a look at it properly. Spend some time driving around it once it releases. You won't be complaining anymore. At the moment, it's only available for the trusted few early testers. Then it releases to the closed beta team, which is happening soon, apparently, very soon. After that, it will go into open beta, so all of us can use it. I'm not going to use it because currently it breaks all of Jazzy Cat's trailers, and it breaks Mexiscan and Coast to Coast. So I'm relying on all that extra map for my game save. So I'm not going to use it until it's been fully released and all the mods have been updated to work with it. Also coming out with Arizona, and this is what's broken the Jazzy Cat trailers and stuff, is this advanced trailer hitching stuff, which means that when you hitch up to the truck using the fifth wheel here at the back, you have to get the hitch pin, or kingpin as it's also known, you have to get it dead into the middle of the fifth wheel and lock it in place. And then you press another button and that makes the legs on the trailer come up, or vice versa. When you're dropping a trailer off, you have to press the button to make the legs go down, then release the hitch. It's a step in the right direction. Maybe one day we'll have a character who can get out of his truck and actually go and do that manually. It is a step in the right direction. People are saying, oh, well, it's a bit of a gimmick, Who's going to use that? It's not exactly, you're going to do it once and it's going to be boring. And yeah, maybe so. It's not a big deal. But it is a step in the right direction. Like Farming Sim, which you probably will have seen by now, me playing. That there is a manual attaching mod where your character gets out and you go around to the back and you attach your trailers or implements or whatever. You could maybe one day do the same thing. This doesn't have to be a highly detailed character, but just a guy gets out of the truck, even if it's all stuck in first person mode. A guy gets out of the truck, goes around to the back, does the manual attaching. It's a step in the right direction. That was the only other stuff I had to talk about. I know that was more of a rant, but there you go. That's life. But yeah, so that's all kind of going to break stuff. So I won't be using any of that until it's official release. Plus, I don't want to ruin it for you guys. I want you guys to go and play it for yourself. But I have seen it. It's worth trekking out, is all I wanted to say. So that's it from me and ATS. ETS 2 later on today. Look out for it. And I will leave you guys there. So, sorry about the mess up with recording. It is entirely my bad. But it should be fine now. And other than that, all that's left to say is have a great day, take care, and see you all next time. Bye-bye.